afternoon. You don't want to miss out on that. It's going to be the Karnali Yaks taking on Janakpur Bowls. Oh, they looked very good in that first game of theirs. Right, Sri, your thoughts on this contest and how's it so far been in Nepal? Yeah, we had a sellout crowd on day one. It was a packed house. And day two as well, I believe it's going to be a full house once again. There's no stopping when it comes to cricket and the fever of the sport over here. Yeah, the umpires have made their way to the middle. And the umpires officiating this game, Buddhi Bahadur Pradhan and Himal Rajgiri. And the TV umpire, Durganath Sabedi. And the TV umpires we mentioned. And the match referee will be Mohammad Shafiq. There are the batters for the Kathmandu Gurkhas. It's going to be Michael Levitt from one end who will open proceedings here for the Gurkhas. Yeah, just sense the excitement here. And we are in for a thrilling ride for the next 2 weeks. The Chitwan Rhinos, Ravi Bopara there, the English international, what a fine cricketer he's been, alongside Sohail Tanveer, the other overseas recruits there for the Chitwan Rhinos. Kushal Malla winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Stephen Eskenazi, watch out for him. That strike rate on top is certainly very intimidating for any bowler. 140. And look at the number of runs. You need these kind of batters three up front.
What an opening pair this. Michael Levitt, who's got a big 100 in this ground earlier on this year, shared a 193-run record partnership with Engelbert against Namibia. Just got broken by Tilak Verma and Sanju Samson against South Africa.
So yes, we're all in readiness for ball one in match number 2 on day 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League powered by NCL. You'll expect a contest. Richard Dhakal, the left arm pace, an economy of a little over 7.5. A best of 2 for 17. Early days for him in his T20 career. He'll certainly want to make impression early on with conditions conducive to bowling. And with the left arm pacer coming at an angle to the right-handed batter, it's going to be quite a contest. We have a slip in place. And the two fielders that have been stationed in the deep are third and square. We are all set for ball one. And the Gurkhas are off the mark with a single as well. All right then. You can sense now this winning the toss. Chitwan Rhinos will be eager to make those early inroads as well. Slip in place for Dhakal. There's a deep third. One fielder behind the wicket patrolling the deep. And then you have a deep square leg as well. Rest everyone inside the circle. Fuller this time. Every run is being cheered for. Both the batters off the mark as well. It will be interesting to see the approach of both these batters up front in morning conditions. Sridharan Sriram was there at the pitch report. You can just sense he got the inside half of the bat in this one.
Check, Lifty, check.
Eskenazi played for Western Australia under 17s and under 19, and then went on to play for Middlesex. He has played quite a few T20s, highest of 102 not out. Keeper standing up. Yeah, tentative over here right now. That's a good line he settled into. Dhakal. Rijan Dhakal will be key up front It's part to the shot, a slip in place as well. Attack is the way forward here for the Rhinos. It's been a quiet start so far in the first 5 deliveries. We are seeing a good turnout this Monday morning as well. Both these batters very destructive. Great glove work as well behind the stumps.
Good one, yeah.
That's Bipin Raval, the wicket keeper. And this is a very fine start as well for the Rhinos. It's 3 for no loss. A quick look at the playing 11s for Kathmandu Gurkhas and Chitwan Rhinos. And you can fairly sense that both the teams have filled a lot of local talent in the side. And for the Rhinos, watch out for Deepak Bohra in the innings with Hassan Esakil. But at the moment, it'll be the bowling of Rhinos with Sohail Tanveer as well alongside Richard Dakal. So it's going to be left arm pace from both ends. And he'll be coming to bowl to Eskenazi. He's been trying that for a while, and that's in the air and taken as well. What a start here for Sohail Tanveer and the Rhinos. Eskenazi has to depart, gave the charge, found the field at point, and this is an early strike. And a good one as well.
Yeah, the wily old Sohail Tanveer strikes very first ball. Saw Eskenazi dancing down the wicket, adjusted his length. Very clever bowling. And a straightforward catch to the cover point fielder who doesn't make any mistake. Yeah, Eskenazi, the journeyman, has to go early today. It's an early breakthrough for the Rhinos. And a big wicket for the Gurkhas. Eskenazi caught Amar bowled Tanveer for 2. It's 3 for 1.
Insta for a complete home. Siddharth rewards. यसमा points are Siddharth Bank. सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Like Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
We're striking in his very first ball, seeing the back of Eskenazi as Sumit Maharajan comes out to bat. On the back foot are the Gurkhas, put into bat in morning conditions, and they need a partnership now. Levitt at the other end, but it's Tanveer. Did see him in the practice early morning here. Was generating good amount of pace. Look at that for numbers 3. Economy a little over 7. And this one, trademark Sohail Tanveer delivery, leaving the right-handed batter.
A great test for Maharajan's technique. Sumit Maharajan, the new batter, plays for the Armed Police Force Club. Would have never faced the quality of Sohail Tanveer before. Not much footwork. Wasn't sure which way the ball was going. Just held his bat, didn't follow it. That was a good thing. It's going to be a great test of technique for both Levitt and Maharajan early morning.
This one's flicked away. Work to do for the fielder in the deep. And they'll only get a single, and this will mean that Maharajan will get off the strike as well. Good looking shot, confident one. Will certainly ease his nerves.
A great start to Sohail Tanveer for the tournament. Saw Eskenazi coming down, pulled the length back. An easy catch to Amar at cover point. He wanted to get going, but he got too leg side of the ball. Had to outstretch his arms, couldn't reach it and make good contact. Sohail Tanvir ecstatic. 4 for 1 work to do for the Gurkhas. Michael Levitt knows this ground very well.
Nice pivots. That's the first 4 as well, an authoritative hit. That's a super 4 powered by NCL 4G. Quickly gets into position and finds a sweet spot off the bat.
Yeah, there was a stamp of class in the shot. The best part, he picked length early. That was the key to the shot. And hit it well in front of square, which means he's got so much time. As I said, Levitt knows this pitch very well. He's got a big 100 here before. He knows the bounce. Hasn't taken too much time to get his innings going. That's the first boundary for the Gurkhas. Super Force powered by NCL 4G.
That's in the gap and raced away. Back-to-back boundaries. Michael Levitt making intentions very clear. He's not going to be tied down this morning.
Yeah, change of angle from Sohail Tanvir, not making a difference this time. Again, staying leg side of the ball, in the air but in the gap. And Levitt's off to a good start here, and so the Gurkhas. Back-to-back boundaries will get them going after the fall of an early wicket.
He's practically playing the field here because after the previous 4 runs hit towards mid-wicket, one fielder off, went to short mid-wicket, and that's exactly what happened later. The next delivery was a 4 went in that region. Works it away for a single to retain strike. This has been a good over here despite the loss of Eskenazi. 10 runs and a wicket. Over number 2 down, it's 13 for 1.
On Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Paiko, असली energy, Red Bull, असली नेरोज. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
There's some signs of aggression early on, particularly from the bat of Michael Levitt. He's enjoyed playing in Nepal and not surprises there at all. Richard Dakal to continue. Slip in place for him. Keeper standing up. Michael Levitt looking dangerous. Look at that for a shot. He's middled it, and that's out of here as well. That's a Siddharth Bank maximum. Crossing ropes, creating hopes. How good is he at playing the pull shot?
Yeah, if you are to learn a lesson early, don't bowl short to Michael Levitt. He's on to the back foot in a flash. Picks up length, just rocks on the back. Not even just transferring weight. The foot doesn't move, but he's deposited it miles into the stands. Very good. Dugout's happy, coaches are happy. And Rajan Dikal has to make early amends to his lengths. Forces a change in field as well. The square leg goes back. Now the fine leg comes in. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Dakal to open the bowling with Sohail Tanvir, who's fielding at mid-on, and bowling to someone of the class of Michael Levitt, who's really showed signs that he's a terrific player. He's picked up length very early. That's been the key to his batting. Shots both sides, square of the wicket. It's good equally on the offside as well as the leg side. Yeah, terrific talent to watch out for.
Yeah, he bats at a strike rate of 143, Michael Levitt. Very important for Dakal to find his radar early on. Much better. Got to bowl to your field, you've got to complement your partner at the other end and hunt in pairs as a bowling unit as well.
That's much better length. Pitching that 6 to 8 meter length, allow the ball to swing, present a good seam.
Good going.
Might get something out of the surface, but we are pitching it short at this pace, which is going to travel the distance. Michael Levitt's already got 135 to his name in this ground. 247 Netherlands made that very innings.
Look at that, he makes room once again. How beautifully he's placed that. It was in the air once again. He's taking his chances, but he understands it's about getting runs up front in the first 6 overs, making full use of the field restrictions.
He's toying with the bowler here. He knows that the bowler can't go short. He knows it's going to be pitched out. Makes room, frees his arms, gets it over the cover fielder. Another super 4 powered by NPL 4G. That's terrific batting from Michael Levitt. 23 for 1 in 2.3. They're off to a great start after an early wicket, the Gurkhas.
And out of 23, 20 have come from the bat of Levitt. That's the dominance in the middle. Yeah, this was quicker, angled away. Good take again by Bipin Rawal.
To see one coming back into the left-hander, all the balls have just angled across. Vijay Tucker can bring one back to the right-hander to create enough doubts in the head of Michael Levitt. This one just angled across, pushed across, just fell away in his action. Rajan Dikal want to stay taller if you have to bend it back.
Yeah, the change up. Actually, you were at the pitch. Yeah, it's Ismet.
It's a good pitch, Mikhail. I was only worried about the overhead conditions. Bit of chill in the air. Thought there will be some movement. This was good change of pace. Very clever bowling. Levitt early into the shot. Off to a flying start. 20 of 11. 10 of this over so far. And a great learning for Rajan Dikal. One is bowling to Michael Levitt and he's opening the bowling with Sohail Tanveer.
He split 60-20 internationals with 6 wickets to his credit. Rajan Dikal. Much better. Good comeback after conceding a 6 and a 4 early on in his spell. Another very good over here for the Gurkhas. 11 coming off it. It's 24 for 1.
Insta for a complete home. Kapal ko asli energy. Red Bull asli Neros'un.
On Silverlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Michael Levitt this morning has looked very good and dangerous. Stephen Eskenazi departing in the second over, finding the field at point. Ahmad with a good catch. Tanveer with that wicket as Tanveer continues from the combox end. He's done that time and again this morning. Just creates some room for himself, Levitt.
Levitt's managed to retain strike for the last 2 overs. Sohail Tanveer, airy wide of the crease, bowls on the wrong foot. Never an easy action to pick. Got clever changes of pace as well. He's got a good yorker. Be a handful. It's a great contest between Tanveer and Levitt. Where's Levitt looking to go?
This one's picked up, dispatched. And that'll go for a boundary. He's picking his spots this morning. And you can't earn in line to a dangerous Levitt in the middle.
There's a shorter side and there's a longer side. And this was hit into the longer boundary. Slow ball picked up early, deposited well over mid-on. Levitt's looking dangerous. Yeah, it was a slow ball, leg cutter, but he picked it with the angle. Wide of mid-on. The bigger side means that it didn't go all the way.
Yeah, you got to keep changing the length and keep the batter guessing. Who better than 39-year-old Sohail Tanveer? 57 T20 internationals for him.
Mahajan's just faced 2 balls in this partnership of 25 of 14 balls. 24 runs coming from Levitt's bat. Terrific cricketer. Young Michael Levitt is already stamping an authority in the associate game. Plays for Netherlands, got a big 100 in this ground. Field changing around. The slip comes out. Square leg, moves squarer. got to have two outside the circle. The third man is still outside, and the deep square leg is outside. So Sohail Tanvir hasn't got a lot of margin of error.
Once again, it's in the air. The change in field has worked. Tanvir strikes. Danger man Levitt has to depart. And what a strike this one. One too many for Levitt. Look to go big once again and perishes. That's wicket number 2.
Well, that's very clever from Sohail Tanvir. Not only did he change his field, but took his time. Broke the rhythm of Michael Levitt. It was another slow ball into the pitch. Comfortable catch for the deep square leg fielder. And the clever old Sohail Tanvir prevails over the young, adventurous Michael Levitt. Yeah, big wicket again in the context of this game. Michael Levitt 25 of 16, but was outdone clearly by the clever Sohail Tanvir. It's 28 for 2 now.
Well, the crowd's trickling in and they're enjoying the cricket as well. What a start here for the Rhinos after winning the toss. Both the openers of the Gurkhas back in the dugout. And both the wickets going to Sohail Tanvir as Merv Gerard Erasmus makes his way out. A strike rate of 120. And these numbers as well exude a lot of confidence. Look at that. 12 50s and a century as well coming against Uganda. But he's up against a man who's found his rhythm and groove, Sohail Tanvir. Look at that for carry. Look at that for some kind of intimidation as well.
Beautifully bowled again. And Erasmus is here because of this. He took his time. He broke the rhythm which Michael Levitt was in. And he was forced to play a shot of a slower ball and pulled out to deep square leg, which just moved into that position. So very, very clever from Sohail Tanvir and a big wicket for the Rhinos. Yeah, you need the experience of Erasmus now, captain of Namibia. Got a calm head on his shoulder, and he'll have to dig into every bit of his experience to pull the Gurkhas out.
Just a little tentative and fairly understandable. You've lost 2 of your more accomplished batters. Another successful over, wicket and 4 runs. It's 28 for 2.
DHI happier home. Chuttai sahi.
Sport is in our DNA.
सिद्धार्थ रिवॉर्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरि राई.
Back in the dugout. Eskenazi out for 2. Levitt was looking so good for his 25 and 16. And it's work to do for Maharajan and Erasmus. Erasmus still to get off the mark. It's day 2, match number 2 in the inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League 2024, powered by NPL. What a festive atmosphere on a Monday morning. And the captain brings himself on, Kushal Malla. Best of 4 for 33, an economy of 6.3, 19 wickets. We've seen left arm spin make a lot of impact in their first game. Spinners rather, coming to the fore. In this part of the world, in Nepal, you see so many left arm spinners making a strong case for themselves. Maharajan. That one went through. Huge appeal there. That's been turned down.
Looked like a friendly delivery, just tossed out. Just seemed to hurry off the pitch, no turn. Maharajan was slightly lazy with that front foot. How close was that? The bat coming down in an angle as well. Big appeal, Malla not happy.
Himal Rajgiri then fired there. There's not interested at all. Anxious moments here for Maharajan.
Maharajan lazy, and then a big swipe across the line on the second ball, inside edge. Did it hit anything? The bat came down at an angle. That's what made him miss the delivery. Didn't come down straight in line with the ball.
Yeah, makes room for himself. Smashes that through the gap. That's a lovely shot. What a way to get off the mark, and good way to release the pressure as well. And immediately after that, Malla may bring about some changes too in the field.
First boundary for Erasmus, making room, making his intentions clear, giving away his stumps, and finding the gap on the offside. Not a big spinner of the ball, Vishal Malla. Just coming on with the arm, and there was a big enough gap for Erasmus to penetrate. Yeah, he's got all the experience. Captain of Namibia, made his international and first class debut at the age of 16. Erasmus. He's got a lot to look forward to in this tournament.
Golden! Malla strikes. Has the last laugh. Hit for a four in the previous delivery. Comes back to disturb the stumps. This is a massive comeback and a very good wicket as well.
A very clever bowling, slightly quicker, very subtle change of pace. Deceived Erasmus, again giving himself the room, and the ball just hastened off the pitch, kept the tad low, and Erasmus had to depart, and Kushal Malla is ecstatic. Third wicket down now for the Gurkhas, 33 for 3, and the experienced Erasmus walks back. Bowl Kushal Malla for 4. In deep trouble now, the Gurkhas.
What a start here for the Rhinos. Gurkhas in a bit of trouble here, 33 for 3. And all the three overseas recruits back in the dugout, Eskenazi, Levitt and Erasmus. And this will now mean that Bhim Sharkey will have to hold fort and anchor this innings of theirs. Captain Malla looking good. And he's coming with the arm. Settled into a very good line and length.
Very clever bowling. Slightly quicker than the previous delivery, slightly fuller as well. Erasmus wanted to repeat the same shot. Got received by the pace off the pitch. That's a great over coming to an end. Just 6 runs off it, and it's 34 for 3.
सिधै आउँछ
सिधै
डाइरेक्ट
डाइरेक्ट
आइएमईबाट पठाएको पैसा
आइएमईबाट पठाएको पैसा
सिधै मोबाइलमा
हो बाबा अब आइएमई गरेको पैसा सिधै आइएमई पेमा अर्थात् सिधै मोबाइलमा आउँछ
त्यसो भए आइएमई गरौँ
सिधै मोबाइलमा
Sohail Tanvir is going to do something that's pretty rare, which is bowl 3 of the first 6 in this first power play. I suppose when you're 39 years of age, like he is, HD Ackerman, when you get those limbs loose, just keep it going. He started excellently.
Yeah, that's the beauty of experience, is that they know find the length, the right length to bowl on a surface pretty quickly. And he might have started left arm over as well, but worked out that coming around the wicket and bowling at the stumps, giving no room whatsoever, was the way forward. He's been an incredible performer around the world for a number of years, Sohail Tanvir.
Now, big appeal, and the finger goes up. Tanvir, he's on fire. Buddy Pradhan immediately says, yes, that's good enough. Bim Sharkey looks for innovation, looks for the ramp, and he can't do it. Tanvir, simply too good.
Around the wicket at the stumps. He says, you miss, I'll hit. And he richly deserves the second one. Bim trying to be inventive, but the old hand has the final say. They've lost their fourth as Bim Sharkey goes for one. It's 34 for 4.
Beautiful scenes here at the TU International Cricket Ground. It's a special venue, a spiritual home of cricket in Nepal, and it's never looked better. But for the hometown team, we were talking up before the start of play, they're in real trouble. Shankar Rana, it will be, who's in at number 6. Alongside Sumit Maharjan. The 2 local players will have to rebuild and find a way. Tickled around the corner. Nice way to get off the mark. It's going to be a boundary. Just a clever piece of batting, wasn't it? Came across the crease and just simply a tickle, a leg glance for 4.
Yeah, the beauty of the Gurkhas is, though, even though they've lost a number of wickets, is that they're still looking to score after every ball.
Yeah, Tanvir coming very wide of the crease. And you can certainly see there's going to have to be a rebuilding effort. They do bat deep. You think of even the captain, Karen KC, who might be down at number 8 or number 9. 2 slips in place now. Outside edge is beaten. Well, Tanvir, he's rolling back the years here. You can see the wickets, they've just fallen so regularly. And that's been the problem after that little flying start from Michael Levitt. The wickets now just going the whole time. And all that Sohail Tanvir has done is do the basics right. Hasn't played much cricket of late, as he was involved in that Legends event in Birmingham in June, playing for the Pakistan Legends, and then in some US Masters T10 action. But I suppose when you're the quality of cricketer that he is, you really never lose it.
It's the body that normally gives up. But if you keep yourself in decent shape, we were speaking about it the other day in the opening day when you see some of these players now in their late 30s. They're still very, very athletic, and Sahil Tanvi has kept himself in good nick. So, along with his athleticism and his experience,
good running. They get a single to close out the power play. It's a power play that belongs to the Chitwan Rhinos. They found 4 wickets. The score 39 for 4.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Well, a really healthy crowd again. There is talk of a sellout today. Now, it's a Monday morning at 9 a.m. start, and already we probably have, 6,000 or 7,000 filling the grass banks and the newly installed stands here at the TU. And there is, as always, plenty of colour and passion up there in the crowd. Kushal Malla, speaking of passion, I was really excited to see him firstly brought in as captain of this side. He's one of the 8 iconic players. But also that passion on show, taking that wicket.
Excellent.
He's usually a very kind of stoic character, very cool and relaxed and chilled character, but picking up that wicket, you saw the passion on offer, HD Ackerman. This, for me, someone so talented, someone captaining for the first time, great scenes to see.
and never easy when you're captaining for the first time to bring yourself on. Nicely bowled again. Yeah, quite often as a leader, you don't want to be deemed as selfish or seen as selfish, so you tend to bowl others before you bowl yourself, even though conditions may suit your type of bowling. Mulla's brought himself on at just the right time, and he's been very good, very, very good.
He's come in for quite a bit of criticism online. The fanaticism here in Nepal for cricket, particularly when the national team are playing, it means that the players are constantly under the microscope. And him, alongside some of the other batters, have come in for a lot of criticism, particularly on the tours of Canada and USA. He actually found himself out of the team, dropped after the most uncharacteristic innings I've ever seen. He made 33 or 54 balls in a chase where they needed to run a ball. He just never got into even second gear. But one of the things I always say about Kushal Malla, the reason I keep him in the team, he's a very good fielder and he's a handy bowler. So great to see him leading from the front as captain of the Chitwan Rhinos. He started really nicely, as Tuas have his side. It's 42 for 4.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
अब सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्। सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजल।
Well, a few too many dots for the Gurkhas. There have been 7 boundaries already, mainly Michael Levitt providing those with his sparkling innings of 25. And now it's going to need to be the 2 local players. Young Sumit Marjan, 25 years of age, one of the few Kathmandu-based players. He's representing the hometown side. He'll have to now come up against Ravi Bopara. Hasn't played T20Is in a long time, but he's a guy, HD, Oh, how many countries has he played in now? He must have played in, what, 18, 20 countries around the world?
All those that play the game, I would think. Those his T20 international career records, but his domestic T20 career would read somewhere around 300 plus games.
He's actually honing in on a remarkable record, HD. I think he'll get there because he's going to keep playing. He's 39. He's played 478 official T20s. Quite remarkable.
I know most players only have one page on the esteemed website Cricinfo. Ravi Bopara and Imran Tahir might be moving on to their page number 2 when it comes to the amount of teams played. I would like to start reading them, but we only have a certain amount of overs to our disposal.
I think there's more than 30 teams on that list, if not more. Hasn't bowled much of late. Given us a wide outside the off stump, rightly so. The reason for that, HD, he took a blow to the thumb. And with his kind of bowling, it was the right thumb, obviously, that took the blow. He kind of bowls a lot of cutters, a lot of slower balls, a lot of stuff out of the back of the hand. In some ways, kind of the last, he's into probably the autumn, if not the winter of his career. Last little while, he's been a little bit of a sort of bowling all-rounder, but in the T10 recently, he's playing as a batting all-rounder. You suspect his experience, he'll very much do both here for the Chitwan Rhinos.
I mean, it is as a batter that he made his name, and there was as a young up-and-coming cricketer playing for Essex County Cricket in England. He was well regarded, well thought of. Many thought he would have a long international career. That'll be another wide. I just want to go back to the Kushal Mala story, Lenny. It's a very difficult game, T20, when you're not in form to actually find form again, because there's an expectation that you play a high-risk game. He is a high-risk type of batter. When he hits the ball a mile. And so when you do run into bad form, it's a very difficult game to find that form quickly. And when you read out those statistics around the 30 and 50 balls, you just wonder whether, that's just a player desperate to spend some time at the crease.
Yeah, and one thing Monty Desai's generally been very good at, the Nepal national coach, has been keeping him in and around the team. There's Ravi Bopara's T20 numbers. In 21 appearances time, he'll crack 500. Not many players have done that. He was even out playing for England recently, wasn't he, in the returning Hong Kong Six. He's got a lot of runs out there. Bit of a batter's paradise up in Hong Kong. Very small ground too, but he hasn't really bowled much. You can see that. There's a projected scores. I think you can probably rule the 170 plus out, the 10 and over. The Gurkhas will be thinking more about, can we get to 140, 150, build a partnership, and start to find a way to find some boundaries. Both of these players are more accumulators, as we'll see a rather tardy misfield, which will allow a second.
I think that's where the Gurkhas have made an error in batting first here. Not that they were sent in, don't get me wrong, but while batting first is just to try and assess those conditions. Often players just pay lip service to that word, assessing conditions. Little misfield leads to 2. You don't have to go out there and score 10 runs and over every over. Assess those conditions and think, well, okay, maybe 150 is a winning total. Maybe it's not 170, but the Gurkhas came out as if they wanted to get 200 and have got themselves into trouble.
When you've got the record that Michael Levitt has at this ground, that remarkable century he made in the Triangular Series earlier in the year, you can understand why he was trying to do that. That's the 50 that's come up. These two just trying to rebuild something, doing it quite cautiously to start with. 8 from Bopara's first, it's 50 for 4.
DHI Happier Home. Today sa hay. Light Fun Super Light Gel. With hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Papayko, Asli Energy. Red Bull, Asli Nerosol. Neoco solar water heaters. Water purifiers. Choose the gas obviously your way of quality living.
The second and third where Levitt started putting on a bit of a show, and we thought everything we said in the pre-game was right. There's going to be more runs in the surface. We really liked the shape and the look of the Kathmandu Gurkhas side, particularly their overseas players. But three of them already have come and gone. Eskenazi, Levitt, Erasmus, all in and all now out. And one of the things that's going to be a big challenge in this competition, particularly with 8 teams, HD, is how the local players can influence the matches, particularly with the bat. This is off the toe of the bat, not going to carry. I think the spinners will bowl exceptionally well, particularly the left-arm spinners, talking about the local players here. Which of the local batters are going to stand up and start to make names for themselves here in Season 1 of NPL?
Well, it does seem in the opening the opening 2 games, but the 3 innings that we've seen, is that the coaches have tended to be overseas, top heavy with batting, and so I tend to agree with you, because it would be nice to spread those out a little bit, get 1 or 2 of the local players up near the top of the order, see how they can contribute. There's no doubt that they'll contribute with the ball, particularly in the spin department.
I think the quality of left-arm spin here in Nepal is such that I've often said to Irish players back in my first home in Dublin that there's probably 10 or 12 left-arm spinners here that would get into an Irish team. That's how highly I rate them. You'll see Shahab Alam in the second innings. He's outstanding. You see him on the screen there. He's so accurate. And that's not to mention Surya Tamang. We saw Lalit Rajbanshi the other day with 3 for Kushal Malla here. He's a different kind of left-arm spinner. It looks a very innocuous action. I don't think Sridhar Triam was overly impressed at first, but he's very consistent, isn't he? And what he does is
in the opening game, they obviously got the runs at the top of the order and then just fell away. Here the Gurkhas have to do it the other way around. Good shot, this nice. To the right-hander's leg side.
I think we might have had our first crowd catch as well. Let's see if we can get another look. It's so bright here in the mornings. There's a real glare. But I think he might have held on up here. He's got the Dhaka topi on too.